Hello everyone, this is an interview with Sister Alice Moore for our Greater Bethel digital book. Thank you so much for taking this time, Sister Moore, for this interview, and we hope we're not taking up too much of your time. Thank you, and you can start now.
Thank you. As she said, I'm Alice Moore, and I was born and raised at Greater Bethel. My mother attended, and the whole time I remember being with everyone and being at church, and it still sticks in my old memory in the past. But it's really been great to come back home.
Now, Sister Moore, how long were you a member, and were your family, parents, or grandparents members?
I've been a member since birth, and I guess you say baptism, probably remember as a little child, probably was about 2 years old or 3 years old. Only my mother. We don't have family here except my mother and father. So my mother and father were a member, but basically my mother attended more.
What is the happiest, most joyful activities you remember of Bethel's early years?
I could say Easter. When little children love all the Easter things they used to do for Easter. I think I was in the choir, I believe in the choir for a short time. But I really do remember the different teas and how delicious the tea was and all the little things they used to do. So Easter was my favorite time.
What is a joyful thing you remember about one of Bethel's pastors?
Reverend Rhodes was one of the first pastors, but the only pastor that I knew in the beginning. And I always thought he was a little old man, but of course, being a little girl, you think that everybody is old. And I do remember him in his suit walking around and everything. So that, and Reverend Overstreet was another pastor that I went to because of friends, and he was really, I didn't attend the whole time he was here, but I did start out and really go again since he was the pastor then.
What do you think Bethel was known for in the community?
Bethel was basically working in the public, in the downtown with everyone. They were known for basically a lot of their elite people along with another church, Allen Temple. And being in the community, like I said, was just a well-known church, and you had a lot of people from all over. The people were very close that I remember as a little child, and we all knew, and some of the people were my playmates and had families and everything.
Who at Bethel did you really admire and why?
I have to make everybody laugh. Alphonsa Adams, I used to think he was the cutest thing. I do remember that. But of course, you were young, so I used to think that was the cutest man, a young boy at the time, because we were all young, that was there. A lot of the fun times was just being able to mix with everyone and to talk to everyone. And I was thinking, and I might be getting ahead of what she was going to ask, the church going to the parsonage and thinking that the steps of the parsonage was so crooked. They might have been, but you have to remember, you're talking about someone 3, 4, 5, and 6 years old, that I thought that was the oldest building, and going in by the stairs, to me, that was the dark part.
Is there something special you would like to say about Greater Bethel, its pastors, ministries, members, youth, physical structures, spiritual development, or others?
The church has changed a lot since I've been in and out. And of course, it's more modernized and everything with everybody doing. And it seems to be everyone as close as when I was younger. And that made a big family type feeling of everyone, and especially when you're a young child. But it seems that it has kept that part of it. And a lot of the changing of the activities seem to be much more different. Who would have thought you would have a dance class that was during that time? That's some of the changes that I think is really great and up to date. But that was basically most of the things. Everybody has been very receptive, starting over again.
All right, Sister Moore, when did you join Bethel? I think you've already answered this. You did say that you were baptized here as a little child. So we'll just go on to the next question. Who was the pastor at that time, at the time that you were baptized?
Reverend Rhodes was the pastor during that time.
Okay. What attracts you to Bethel?
Well, basically, coming back, it is the church that you remember, all of your friends, everyone that you were with. And Carolyn Spoffin and I had been talking about how we missed the old camaraderie and missed our own church. So for a period of years, Carolyn and I went to high school together. We graduated together, so we've been close since then. When I say close, we've seen each other more, but we grew closer as we start preparing for our class reunion. And we both agreed, remembering all our past and the times here at Bethel, that we said we were going to rejoin again. When she passed, and we talked about it so much, rejoining, that meant that I really needed to go and start over again to come back, because that was one of the things that we were going to do together. And I felt that I needed to finish through missing the church and its members.
What are your fondest memories at Bethel?
Being young, I'd have to say that the camaraderie of all the children that we grew up with. And that was really, really great, that we did enjoy that, and that we saw each other and remember each other in the time. So that was really a neat time.
What ministries, experiences have contributed the most to your spiritual growth?
Rejoining the choir. Even though I can't sing, but rejoining the choir. And that has been very inspirational. Now that I'm older, you understand a lot of things you're being taught. Even the few times that I've attended a Bible study, it really gets a deeper expression and information. But you're older, the things have happened to you, you can relate much more and understand better. So I have to say, being with the choir and learning some of the things and just a spiritual touch, it really, really intrigued. As you get older, as the old folks say, I told you so. So now you really do, you can identify with that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sister Moore, for this interview. And I will make sure we show you a copy of it before we produce it, okay? Publish it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're quite welcome.